pastor of the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm speaking to you today from my office at the Catholic Center, where I serve as for the office of divine worship for our diocese. Anyway, nice to be connecting with all of you. Thanks for the visitors who are dropping by today to learn a few things about happenings at the cathedral this weekend. First of all, with regard to the Mass schedule, Father Ken Riley will be with you for confessions on Saturday, tomorrow afternoon, and he will preside for the 2:30 Mass. Then Bishop Johnston will be on hand at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. We have the annual diocesan celebration for couples who are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. We have 62 couples coming for that event, along with their guests. So we'll have a nice full house at the cathedral on Sunday at 11. I'd like to congratulate our members, Steve and Estelle Manning, who are celebrating 50 years of marriage this year. Congratulations to you all. I'll preside at 9 in the morning and at 8 o'clock Sunday night. And of course, Sunday afternoon is the French Organ Music Festival, which I'll return to in just a moment. Let me just tell you about some of the other things coming up. I mentioned in my letter, some of our former parishioners are coming back this weekend for a visit. Many of you remember Jim and Deb Croman, very active in our community for a number of years. They will be at the 9 o'clock Mass Sunday. So if you're around Sunday morning, I know you'll enjoy reconnecting with them, and they would love to see you. Tomorrow morning, the Women's Spirituality Group is having its monthly meeting. Mary Olszewski is the kind of director of that part of it, and you can find out more by contacting our office. Then next week, on Monday, the cathedral volunteers will be offering lunch at the towers next door to us. If you'd like to help serve that meal or come on over and just visit with some of the members of the towers, our neighbors, they would love to see you. On Monday night, those interested in the Catholic Church will have a meeting. On Tuesday, Deacon Steve's study of the Bible timeline continues both in person and online. And Wednesday night, I'll be meeting with the Pastoral Council. So Sunday afternoon, as you've heard, is the 11th annual French Organ Music Festival at the cathedral. Dr. Mario Pearson works very hard on assembling the parts for this every year. It's an exciting afternoon for those who love organ music. It all got started a number of years ago after our neighbors, Grace and Holy Trinity, were doing a Bachathon, music all afternoon by Johann Sebastian Bach, and Mario got the idea of doing French music as a counterpoint in our cathedral. And it's been very successful. We've been able to host some really terrific organists, and that's happening again this Sunday. As with every year, Jan Craybill will conclude the program. Jan is really the master of organists here in the metro area. Just a wonderful personality and great skill. So her finale is always worth coming for. I'm grateful to Mario for inviting me to play this year. I'll be on the bench at 3:30 Sunday afternoon for about 20 minutes of music. I'll be playing 3 evangelical poems by the French composer Jean Langlais. He was the organist at a church called Saint Clotilde in Paris and wrote quite a bit of music for organ, a lot of it based on Gregorian chant, and in this case, some reflections on gospel passages. So it's in 3 parts: the Annunciation, the Nativity, and Palm Sunday. Very, very beautiful pieces. The first one is quite theatrical for the Annunciation. He introduces a theme for the angel in the opening bars, and then A minute or two later introduces the theme for Mary. She has a kind of minding my own business theme, and then seems like she sees the angel, somewhat startled by it, and you kind of hear her heart beating as the conversation gets underway. They have a very intense conversation. The incarnation happens, and then Mary sings her Magnificat that leads toward a slow conclusion to the first movement. So I say it's very theatrical. You can just imagine the two characters having this conversation, and Langley himself reflects on this as what he calls an evangelical poem, a gospel poem. The second movement is the Nativity. It opens with a depiction of the creche, the manger. You can hear the cows mooing in the pedal as the movement comes to life, and then angels singing in the sky, a shepherd arriving with a pipe to play a tune to the newborn, and then the concluding measures give you a view of the Holy Family. So you have this image of the manger again returning, but instead of the cows, you hear this high-pitched voice coming out of the pedals of the organ, as if the child is cooing and singing along at the end of the movement. And then the final movement, Palm Sunday, is based on the text, Hosanna to the Son of David, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. It's what you want out of a French organ music festival. It's very loud and very fast, and it gives me a chance to beat the living daylights out of the organ at the cathedral. So I think you'll enjoy those minutes. It's all, my part is done within 20 minutes, but you'll enjoy 3 hours of music with breaks. Come when you can, leave when you must. I think you'll have a delightful time. Thank you, and I hope to see you at some point at the cathedral this weekend. Thanks for joining in. Catch you later.